Hello, 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 everyone! Wheel and Chill is back, possibly for the final time this year, if you can believe it. Because we're going to take a little bit of a Christmas break, especially because we're not getting any Wheel of Time news. So, Tweeter of Chaos, since you're definitely in the chat. if you want to bring Wheel and Chill back, all you have to do is drop some news, and then we'll be right back.
TOC could be hosting the show.
Yeah, for sure. I see you all in the chat already. Thank you so much for being here. Wolf Brother Severin, don't be too sad. I will individually be putting out some videos on my YouTube about some stuff. I'm currently reading Kith and Kin, so if you're a Vox Machina person, get excited for that. It's about two of the characters, Vex and Vax, and so I'll be doing videos about that. And we always introduce ourselves, so I'm kind of doing that right now, so let's just do it. I'll finish. I am Kritter XD. I'm on TikTok. I do a lot of fantasy sci-fi content, specifically Wheel of Time is my bread and butter. You all know me, but I love a lot of it, which is kind of what this episode is about today. I'm also on YouTube. I just recently put out a video explaining why I think The Wheel of Time was a very good show from a book reader's perspective. I firmly believe that. I feel like they follow the broad brushstrokes really faithfully, which is not something that a lot of people, it's not something that everyone agrees with. Let's put it that way. A lot of people agree and a lot of people disagree. So it's a fun one to talk about, depending on your definition of fun. I also have a Discord and an Instagram, and I'll also be playing in some Third Age games. At least one, hopefully two, coming up. I'm in the invitational for this quarter, and if I win, then I'll be going to the last battle, and if I don't win, then I won't. So stakes are high. And also, Agni says hi. So, Winespring, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Winespring from winespringcafe.com, the recipe blog for the Wheel of Time. Check it out. Try some recipes. I just added a new one today. It's Tinker Soup. It's delicious. Give it a shot. And let me know if you do.
Delicious.
It's a good
also, one. Winespring has marked herself safe from the storms in Texas today.
Oh, yes.
That shit was crazy.
Oh, and I'm wearing Kritter XD's sweatshirt, you guys. Look, you can kind of see it.
Amazing.
Y'all can get that on Redbubble.
Yes, you can get it on Redbubble. I'm so glad you got it.
She's like, yes, you can.
That's true. I also have merch. I forgot to say that.
Okay. And it's nice stuff.
Thank you.
It's very nice.
I'm wearing Tavern's Wheel and Chill Show sweater.
There we go.
Yeah.
Look at us supporting each other.
I'm wearing myself because I'm self-centered that way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
That's how I am. I am Tavern, and I do TikToks and do merch, as you can see. Poking Amazon Prime and the Wheel of Time. I'm making sarcastic comments every time they post something about why we don't have season 2 yet. So
takes that very seriously.
I do. That's like a job for me. Anyways, that's it for me.
Amazing.
Try her food.
Yes.
Try my food.
Merch.
And also,
spectacular.
The most recent recipe that she just released, I found this out today in hindsight, was actually one that was featured in our last December's cooking special. So I think I'll probably end up sharing that link again on Twitter because it's been a whole year since we did a cooking special, and it was good stuff. So I'm making a poll right now. What was your favorite show of 2022? What should the options be?
Good
y'all?
pull.
Hot D.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power.
Oh wait,
Right.
It's still got like the last vote that I have on here is still there, and it's like Cara corn casserole, Cat Swain corn casserole. Like that's not what we're talking about. Okay, Hot D,
awesome.
Loader Rop.
Ms. Marvel.
Ms. Marvel.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ms. Marvel was outstanding.
Sandman, I think, was a lot of people's.
Sandman was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good too.
Sandman.
I'm gonna add Vox Machina because it was up there for me.
Guy with the points for saying the Wheel and Chill show, of course.
Oh, thank you.
Of
And
course.
Andor. Okay, and that's going to be all the options. And we remembered that voting is weird, but we're going to try it. Okay.
You have to put like an
Parentheses.
exclamation point, right?
Well, yeah.
Before.
Agnibot will tell you how to vote, but basically,
Okay.
you have to exclamation mark vote, and then space, and then just the number. You don't have to do parentheses or anything like that. Just
parentheses.
the number for the vote that you want to make. So
See.
we'll see.
Are we voting on this too?
on
You
it?
can if you want to. Up to you.
If
So,
I do it right.
Work?
as is kind of obvious, hopefully, maybe at this point, and based on the thumbnail of this show, we're going to be talking about the fantasy and sci-fi shows of 2022 that were standouts for whatever reason to us. And okay, it was me Reborn who said my fave show was Wheel and Chill. Thank you. Thank you.
I thought this guy said it.
Let's see.
They both said it.
Random Nova said,
both
I
said
need
it.
merch that says I have merch. It's true. I should do that. So we're starting out strong with a poll about what your favorite was, and if your favorite show from 2022. So you can't say Wheel of Time because it was finished before, even though I know
Oh,
it's probably a lot
man.
of your favorite shows.
Yeah.
It's been a year. This is
I
wild.
know it ended on Christmas Eve. Isn't that right? The last episode was Christmas
Yeah.
Eve.
Yes.
I remember because I stayed up late Christmas Eve finishing my reaction video for it. Like I was
There you
like I
go.
went to bed, like I was at home in my hometown, and I was like in bed finishing my reaction video to post it and I posted it Christmas morning, I think. Like what a world was that.
You're so dedicated to this fandom, Kritter.
Yeah, do it for the content, man. But so yeah,
Yeah.
Wheel of Time doesn't count, but if your favorite isn't on the poll, there's only a minute left in the poll, by the way, so get your votes in.
We're gonna be talking about all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah, just say it in the chat if yours isn't available.
we
Beth
have to
Weston,
talk about Andor at some point because if not, Random Noman will probably have a hissy fit.
Andor is on the list and it's getting some votes.
Yeah,
Honestly,
definitely on
I'm
the
like
list.
kind of
Wait,
shocked.
Is it on the list?
I
We
put
did
it at the
on
very
list,
bottom.
didn't we?
Yeah, it's number 5.
See it.
It's number
How long I had
5.
for?
It's a close one. 48 seconds left.
Ooh.
Wow, Loader Rap not getting as much
your
representation
vote-ins.
as I expected.
I couldn't vote for. I mean, Andor was an amazing.
It was amazing.
I think Marvel probably my favorite.
I didn't actually vote.
Really?
So I should. Okay, so you were
Marvel
one of the
is
Miss Marvel
incredible.
voters, huh? Okay, which one is me? Exclamation.
Come on. random.
probably-
Exclamation point, is he fit?
Ooh. You
What
know
are
what?
you
The
gonna
one I
do,
had the
Kritter?
most
What is
fun.
it?
The one I had the most fun was. I hope I did it right. Did I do it right? I think I did. Okay.
I knew
It was.
I knew she was gonna go Vox Machina.
I might be too late. It's Vox Machina.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I
Okay.
really loved Sandman 2 and Andor. Like as far as like overall experience, because Hot D,
Keith,
I
you
had
did it
some.
wrong.
I did it wrong. No shit. Just know that.
Mine's Keith.
Did I
Keith
really?
did it wrong.
Oh, okay. Arcane is 2021, says Beth Doman. Yeah,
No,
I'm like,
that doesn't count.
I still need to
Oh,
watch
so
it.
good.
That's my problem. So
Oh my
we didn't
God,
get started.
I haven't watched that
Let's go.
either.
Let's do this.
The poll
Okay.
is finished, though.
Fine.
So let me announce the winner, shall I?
Oh, you gotta tell us. That's right.
I don't know if Agni, you can no longer vote on. Does Agni tell you? Oh, he does. Agni announced the winner. There's a tie between Miss Marvel
awesome.
and Andor. So okay, sci-fi and
What?
fantasy
I
represented
really
here.
need to watch that.
I haven't finished it.
You haven't watched Miss Marvel?
I haven't.
It's really cute so
my
far,
God.
from what I've seen.
Apparently, with everyone voting for it, makes me want to watch
It's
it.
probably one of my favorite Marvel shows that has come.
Oh yeah, it's really really good. It's really cute.
Okay.
Okay, so Loader Up ended up getting 2 votes. Sandman got 1, man, but Sandman was so good. Like respect to whoever voted Sandman. I'm looking actually because I want to be like, oh, we have the same taste. What was Sandman 3?
Who was
Sandman
it?
was really good.
It's Beth
The
Weston.
thing is,
Me and you. Yeah.
I want to say Sandman was a bit niche for me. I love the show, but I hadn't really heard of it before.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
wasn't sure what to expect, but I was pleasantly surprised. But I just guess the stuff that I'm more familiar with is what got my attention.
That's fair. It's
Okay.
totally fair.
Sandman was a good show.
And they're confirmed for season 2 already.
Thank the light for that. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
I can get more Brienne of Tarth, I'm in.
Oh, you voted for Sandman on your other account. That's fair. That's totally fair. All right, so let's get into the shows then. We mutually agreed that we were going to start on high fantasy. So, boom, Rings of Power. Plus, we talked about Rings of Power for like 9 weeks in a row, so feels appropriate. How did this one rank for you guys? You don't have to give like a number, but like where would you say like tippity top or like, middling in all the shows that you enjoyed this year?
I gave it's my top show. It's my number one.
Oh, okay.
For this year. Yeah. I loved it. I thought it was beautiful. I love the music. Talking about it with you guys probably adds to the enjoyment,
Yeah.
Like really get to enjoy breaking it down. But yeah, it's my number one.
I love that. So it was the visuals, the music, the story, like break it down. Like what did it for you? What sent it over the top?
Everything you just said. And then just the characters. I love seeing the dwarves like Disa and Durin.
Yeah.
And like seeing Disa singing, those beautiful moments really drew me in.
Yeah.
And then, they had us questioning about Sauron and who the stranger was.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was so cool. Like, I felt pretty invested in trying to figure out, what was up with those two characters.
Yeah.
So yeah,
was
very
the
engaging.
Who Shot JR of the modern year. Was up there like.
And by the way, before I give anything crazy away, I will say that if a show poster is on the screen, we're full spoilers for that show. Just an FYI.
Yes.
But also like we'll try and like say like spoilers or whatever because like some people aren't completely finished. Like me, I haven't completely finished Wednesday, but we're going to talk about it. But speaking of Disa, did you guys notice that she's in Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah, she's the shopkeeper at that like weird like quaint shop thing.
With dressed up roadside kills.
Yeah, she had the taxidermy things that everybody was brushing. I saw her and immediately was like, it's Disa. So that was a fun crossover. The Meme Reborn gives Rings of Power 10 horsey rides. I think you mean 10 slow motion through a field in a sweeping landscape horsey rides, okay?
Yes. With big smiling
with a huge smile, like a ridiculous
cheesing
smile.
Man, cheesing.
It's got to be a slow-mo of Galadriel riding a horse along the coast in a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anybody more excited about a freaking horse than Galadriel. That goddamn show.
Yeah, that was a funny.
It was
part.
like, we're riding horses. Whoa.
Hey, Hybrid Havoc. Yeah, and so for me, I think just because we gotta keep moving if we're gonna cover all of 2022. My favorite episode from Rings of Power was the last episode. I feel like there were some episodes for me that they were a little slow. And then some that were like really exciting. So it was an overall very, very positive experience. I wouldn't put it as my favorite of 2022 because of the pacing. But man, that last episode for me was just like chef's kiss. The Halbrand reveal was just, I loved it, man. Like sometimes you get attracted to bad people, and that was one. I had that experience when I was watching Rings of Power. What can I say? So, anyways, yeah. That's all. That's that on that. Okay, so what do we want to talk about next? Tavern, shout it out. Let's.
Well, real quick on Rings of Power.
Yeah.
I give it a 7 eighths of a tank of gas.
Okay, all right.
Okay. And my favorite thing were the bad guys, right? You had Adar, right?
Yeah, he was great.
We had Halbranders, Sauron. We had the triplets from Hell. I forgot what the hell they're called.
I don't even remember.
All the bad people in that show were amazing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it was probably my favorite bad person, but that's fine.
Yeah, I guess if you watched our tier, like I kind of wish we would have done that on our main stream so we can more easily watch it back, but we didn't. We did it for charity and it was a great time, and thank you all if you showed up and donated. But for What a Holiday, we ranked the characters in the Wheel of Time in tiers, S to F, and it was so funny how I think everyone that was A tier almost was a villain. Like we had 4 or 5 villains and they were all A tier. Because it's like, think about it. Valda and Thane and Leandrin and yeah, it was just great. So
And Moraine got an F. It was a wild stream.
Yeah, it was a really, really wild stream. So, okay, now we got to move on from Rings of Power.
Who
Let's.
wants to know if we have any predictions for the stranger? Who the stranger is?
I think it's
Oh,
Gandalf.
gosh. Yeah, it's Gandalf for sure.
We're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that when in doubt, always follow your nose. And could that be a red herring? Sure. But if it is a red herring, I'll be annoyed about it.
A damn good
Yeah.
one. Next, I guess, would be House of the Dragon. High fantasy, right?
Oh, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. We're going fantasy to fantasy. I got the poster for that right here. Or one of the posters.
And they've been renewed for another season too, so that's good.
Oh, yeah, they'll
The
be
Dragon?
back. They'll be back.
Yeah.
And they got some Golden Globe noms recently. So,
What? I missed that.
yeah.
Okay.
The older Daenerys, Emma D'Arcy. No. Yeah, that's the old Daenerys.
One with Prosecco.
Rhaenyra.
Uh-huh.
Emma D'Arcy got nominated for Best Actress, I believe. Although a lot of people were mad that Patty Constantine, who played Aemond,
The King.
the King.
That was a
Aemond?
hell of a role.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. He didn't get
Yeah.
nominated for anything, so.
Which is weird because that role, I didn't expect it to go the way it went. It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, House of the Dragon was brilliantly acted. And it was very exciting in the sense that it was really dramatic, and I live for drama. And so it was like political. You didn't get as much politics in Rings of Power. And it was just like there was so much scalding hot tea that's what I was like. I just wanted to keep taking it in. I did have complaints with House of the Dragon too, and I know I like to keep things positive for the most part, but it's just like it felt like they were holding it up as this like pillar of feminism. You know what I mean? Like this is like there's these female writers and the main characters are women and all this other stuff. And so I went into it like expecting like, okay, this is not going to be as bad for women as Game of Thrones was.
No.
And it was just, I think they missed the mark there. And part of it is the source material. Because like George R.R. Martin doesn't make life easy for women in his books.
Lie.
Does not.
And so that's those are my complaints. I had such a fun time watching it. The dragons were sick. The plots were great. I thought it was well paced, and costuming and all that was great. But some of the stuff just made me cringe, and that's why it's not up there in my top. What about you all? Sorry, I went on this rant because it's
you're good.
I have a lot of
good. It was
I have
a good
a lot of
rant.
feelings about House of the Dragon.
That's what we're here for, is the rants.
Yeah.
Completely agree with you on some of the moments that were cringe as shit. Like it was too much. It's like not only it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna match Game of Thrones levels. No, we're gonna get Game of Thrones levels and then kick it up a notch, see if we can make people puke.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
My several takes, but I love the show. I did enjoy the show. Again, not my top show, but I did enjoy it. One pro, the character arcs, I kind of dug that. The whole changing of actors kind of threw me off, but
Yeah.
is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite scene was the very last scene. Dipshit couldn't control his dragon.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh snap, it's gone. It's over. That's it. Who started the war? Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then, at worst, were some episodes that it just felt like the Real Housewives of King's Landing for me.
Yeah.
They were just kind of going at it, and I was like, Jesus Christ! All right, come on.
Yeah.
Critter's like, yeah, that's what I loved.
No, I did love it.
Yeah.
Mr. Kritter, he didn't like. Honestly, he wasn't a huge fan of either Rings of Power or House of the Dragon, if I'm being completely honest. Don't come for him. But his biggest complaint with Rings of Power was the pacing. He found it to be incredibly slow. And for House of the Dragon, he thought it was just soap opera. But he felt the same about Game of Thrones. He's just like, it's a shallow, like, soap opera. And he doesn't like that stuff. I like that stuff. So I was like, so.
I say he's not wrong.
Yeah, no, he's not wrong. But it's like, so.
Soap opera with dragons. It was perfect.
It's like tailor-made for me, this bitch, like perfect.
Yes.
Winespring, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so it's number 3 on my list. It's my third favorite.
Okay.
I liked it. I really enjoyed the set, the costuming, the dragons, the swapping it, like the aging up of the characters. I totally thought that was awesome. I really
Mhm.
enjoyed it. It was unexpected when it happened for me. I
Yeah.
didn't really know that was coming. My only complaint is that there were a couple episodes that were really dark.
Yeah,
Like they
somebody
were
said that in the
they filmed
comments
them
just
really
now.
dark.
Yeah.
Oh, they did. Okay,
Baron's
well,
Brush. Yeah, I
that
can't
was.
believe they did an episode so dark again. Good. Yeah, but good
Oh
call.
man. Yeah, I
Watch the
think it's
shows.
just not do that again.
We watch the shows in our bedroom with the lights off, right?
Yeah.
Just so we can see it better. And we
Yeah.
were like looking at each other like, the hell's happening right now?
Yeah, it's so dark.
Dark.
I don't understand.
Shit.
And they spend so much money on that set and on the costumes just to, film it dark.
That's a shame
Yeah.
because their costuming was insane.
Mhm.
So good. So good. Kayla T. Ibarra asks, did we see the news about the Jon Snow spinoff? And I've heard whispers,
Yes.
and
Did
I've
not.
seen some stuff on TikTok that it's like greenlit in pre-production at this point. And all I can say about that is, we'll see. I don't know what they're gonna do. There isn't source material for that, as far as I'm aware. Like,
Which is probably better because if they wait for freaking dipshit to finish, we'll be here till we're 50 or 60. Well, I'm already
Yeah.
50, but, you guys will be 50 by the time you see it.
it's true. And Random Noman, you're right. The director who had the really, really dark episode in House of the Dragon was the same that had the really dark episode in Game of Thrones. Lessons not
Really?
learned.
Interesting.
Yes, it
So they just
was.
really like it dark.
That's their
I
thing.
did not know that.
Yeah, and I messed up earlier, and I want to note that Emma Darcy is they them, not she, and I'm pretty sure I said she, so that's on me.
That's true.
Okay.
Um,
Good catch.
They became a viral sensation this fall for the spagliato with prosecco in it. You know that TikTok. Please tell me, like, what's your drink of choice?
Ooh.
A Negroni. Spagliato
Spagliato.
with prosecco in it. Like, please tell me you saw that. It was so massively viral.
It was amazing.
Didn't.
It was amazing.
Anyways, yeah, they have like a super, like, the British accent, husky, and people went wild. So I just want to call that out because
Nice.
it was kind of hilarious, very memeable, and memorable. So, are we set on House of the Dragon? Do we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, right, so I don't think there's any more high fantasy, is there?
Not that I
Vox
can think of.
Machina.
Huh?
You think Vox Machina is high fantasy?
It's D&D. What the hell else would it be?
Yeah. It's also anime.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll
Yeah.
just go with fantasy. Yeah, high fantasy. You're good. You're right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Also, Kenobi is fantasy. No one will be able to convince me otherwise. But Vox Machina, though.
So that's your favorite, is that right?
Yeah, I voted it as it was close. It was really close. But I had so much fun learning
was a blast.
about Critical Role and these like meeting these characters and getting to see one of their first, I guess, arcs in their campaign in the podcast. And I still haven't watched any Critical Role, but I've watched this whole season, and I'm so excited for season 2, which is coming in January. And I'm reading,
All right.
as I said, Kith and Kin about Vex and Vax, 2 of the characters. So I think it sucked me in more than any of the other shows this year, which
Yeah,
is
you were all about Vox Machina.
which is why probably
Yeah.
I put it
Yeah,
up.
you were all in.
It
You
was-
put some videos out about it.
yeah,
didn't
they're
you?
actually my best
Yes, you
performing
did.
videos.
All right.
Like Wheel of
Killed it.
Time, like my episode 7 Wheel of Time reaction is up there, but it's not my best. My best ones are Vox Machina. Because I was having so much fun doing them that I feel like that
Yeah.
translated. Did you guys both watch these all the way through?
Yes. Yeah, I
Now,
totally
when did
watched it.
this
I
come
loved
out?
it.
Did this come out this year?
January, I
January.
think.
Yeah, so it's been almost.
Oh,
a
okay,
year.
so Vox Machina gets January and January.
I know.
You get skipped a whole year.
I'm a little bitter,
'Cause
but
it's on Prime
excited
Video,
because.
right? Oh yeah, it says it.
Yeah. So what did you like about it then? I guess like I liked all of it, but Winespring, what stood out to you?
I like the twist with what was her name? Cassandra.
Yeah.
Percy's, I think it was Percy, sister. Like, surprise, your
Mhm.
sister's alive, and that whole like storyline. I really enjoyed that because that kind of seemed out of nowhere. And also the Sun Tree, I think maybe is what it was called,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and that whole thing. I loved that. I thought it was beautifully done.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, I I call the Cassandra thing because there's a similar plot in, I'm not going to say what book, but a book in the Cosmere. So I literally was like, oh, you know what I bet happens?
Yes.
I was like, I
Yeah,
know exactly what's going to happen, and it did.
I haven't gotten
Call
through all the
it.
stuff.
That's why I said I wasn't.
Did you like it, Tavern?
Vox Machina was amazing.
Yeah.
I've been playing D&D since I was a kid, so probably since I was like 13. And on the story, the campaign, I'll call it the campaign, this was based off of was amazing. Whoever put that together, kudos to them. Was it Matt Mercer that came up with it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think so.
I believe he was the DM, so I'm assuming yes. The characters were brought to life beautifully, hilarious, some serious stuff. They knocked it out of the park. Taking a campaign, first of all, or just a game, airing it on the internet is one thing. Turning that into an anime that is incredibly popular is something totally different. And holy shit,
Doing a
it's
Kickstarter.
random, we do. I don't have anybody to play right now, so yes, I'm in. And I'm sure we can talk Kritter into it.
Maybe if I.
It's number 10 on my list officially, though, of all of the shows I made a list of.
You made a list.
Made a
Number
list?
10. I made a list.
Can we hear the list? I'm really curious.
Okay, I'm gonna just read it real fast. There's 12 shows on my list.
Let's go. I wanna
No,
hear it.
14. 14 shows I watched.
Yes.
Okay. So Lord of the Rings, Severance, House of Dragons, Stranger Things, The Sandman, She-Hulk, The Boys, Outer Range, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Vox Machina. And then I haven't finished these yet, but they're on my list. I really am enjoying them so far. That's Willow, Wednesday, Andor, and The Peripheral.
Ooh. I heard a lot of people talking about Peripheral. Like, I need to watch that. For
So
sure.
far, I've really liked it. Yeah.
Finished it.
Have you finished it, Tavern?
I finished it, and here I kind of talked about it in a TikTok where I was saying, if you've ever watched a show, can't remember what it's called. It's on Netflix. Anyways, doesn't matter. Peripheral is crazy because one, it's a good show, it's a good storyline. Two, it's very weird in the sense that it's a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really slow moving show.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Even with the action sequences, it's slow.
Mm-hmm.
But it keeps you, just the world that they've created just keeps you like glued to the screen. So yeah, it's up there. It's definitely up there on one of the better shows of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Noted.
Wow.
It sounds
Gotta
like
check it out, Kritter.
It sounds like people are interested. Maybe we should do a Wheel and Chill D&D dungeon dive.
What is that? What is a dungeon
It's
dive?
like a one-off
Play D&D.
game, kind of.
Yeah, we
like,
play D&D on screen.
You know,
Okay, I've always wanted to play, so I would be so down for this.
Okay.
I've never played. Super
Ideas.
green, but I've always wanted to. That'd be so cool to do that with y'all.
That would be so much fun. Peripheral, I believe, Hybrid Havoc is on Prime.
Yeah, it's on Prime Video.
Julie Schultz, 1899. I intend to watch it. It's also
Yeah,
on my
me too.
list. Apparently,
I started watching it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the whole thing though.
oh really? Alexander Willem, Tom Maryland is a character in that. I didn't realize, but
What?
yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
right
right.
now.
I think I've seen that.
He is.
That's right.
I have not recognized him because watched probably about 3 or 4 episodes and do not remember his face.
It was he has a big
Now
beard.
you're gonna notice.
No, I saw the picture you put up the other day.
Oh,
about
okay.
him having a beard. I'm like, still don't recognize him.
Okay. So Vox
Go back.
Machina has inspired a D&D one-off / dungeon dive with the Wheel and Chill crew. Be
Oh my gosh, this is
watching
amazing.
for that sometime soon. You know what would be fun? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, since he brought it up, Random Gnomon, you get to be the DM. So start putting something together.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Totally.
So is that like Dungeon Master? Is that what that is?
That is, yeah. And that would be Random Gnomon's first time on the stream. Of course, if you don't want to be on the stream, that's totally fine.
No pressure.
But if you
No
do,
pressure, but
you get to be
please
the
do
DM. Okay. All right. So let's see. What's next? Oh, don't you think Sandman's high fantasy? Well, we're doing it. Sandman.
Yeah, let's do it. I think
It's
that's good.
I guess it's modern day fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. It's more like gosh, what is like Stephen King's Dark Tower? Isn't that kind of more
Mm.
or the Butcher guy? He has one that's also modern fantasy, right?
Butcher.
William Butcher. I haven't read
Billy
it.
Butcher on The Boys.
No, shoot. Maybe I think it's something else. Jim
Well, I'd
Butcher.
say-
Doesn't he have a like a modern
Hell's Jim
fantasy?
Butcher?
Somebody help me
No
out.
idea.
Please help me.
Hell's
Someone
Jim
in
Butcher?
chat.
Somebody please help me out. I might be lying. But Sandman for me was urban
Urban
fantasy.
fantasy.
Thank you, Sith
There
guy.
we
That's
go.
the word I was
Like
thinking
Yes.
that. Ooh.
of.
Sith guy for the win.
The episode of Sandman that really set it like way off my rankings, which I didn't actually write down, so I'm not sure exactly where. But like it's probably in my top 2 or 3. Was the episode with Death. Do you remember that episode?
Ah,
God, it was so
Yeah.
touching. Like I was bawling.
Yeah.
that was amazing.
Dresden
on that
Files.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mayhem Markham. Jim Butcher. Yes. See, you guys are all getting it all at once. Thank you so much.
What is Dresden Files?
It is Jim Butcher's urban fantasy, I believe. It is a series.
Okay.
There's like
Harry
a billion
Dresden?
of them, I think. I haven't read any
Harry
of them.
Dresden.
But yeah.
Okay.
It's a thing.
Okay. Death was incredible on Sandman.
It was. It really was.
I
Also
was like in love with that character.
why can I not think of her name now? The one who played Satan.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Bri-
She was amazing.
Brienne of Tarth.
Brienne of Hell.
Yeah.
Brienne of Hell.
Yeah. She was amazing.
That was one of
in
my
that.
favorite scenes, like their battle, like
Yes.
with each other. I mean, was one of my favorite moments in the whole series.
Yes.
My
I feel like
favorite.
Sandman
And the
episode.
outfit changes are pretty powerful too.
Yep. Yeah. My favorite episode of the Sandman. Weird. Was the diner episode.
That one
Really?
was bonkers.
Gosh,
It was
Oh my
so
gosh.
insane, but it was so enthralling.
it was dark, man.
Yeah, but it was so good.
Gwendolyn Christie, thank you. Yes, that's her name. Sorry,
My
Gwendolyn
future
Christie.
ex-wife.
There we go. You got it.
And she was in Wednesday, which is great. She's all over the place in fantasy. She's got good taste. What can we say?
We like her.
We like her. Also, the girl from Doctor Who was in the first couple. She was Constantine, right? Like, there's just so much good stuff. It was lovely. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, Clara. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Clara.
Clara. Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to figure out which person from Doctor Who. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It was.
And so I think I saw that Sandman was confirmed for season 2. Yeah,
was.
so they confirmed it already. Yeah.
Yes. Very.
Yeah,
Jenna Coleman, yes, thank you. I'm so bad at trivia. It's like absurd. So you guys are like my crutch. Thank you for helping
The chat
me.
is alive.
Was another world that creation of that world or the representation of that world was really, really cool. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, and Random
like,
Moment
you
mentioned
know-
the ageless guy too. That was really interesting.
Who?
The ageless guy in Sandman.
Yeah.
That was like his friend. He would visit every
Yeah.
like 100 years or
That was
something like
cool.
that.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, so cool.
That was a cool side story. Yeah, that's like a side quest. That was cool.
Hmm.
I really enjoyed the way that Sandman was like kind of more episodic than a lot of current TV. There was somewhat of an overarching plot for a lot, but for a lot of the beginning of the season, for me, it was very like, this episode we're gonna be hanging out with the girl from Doctor Who. The next episode we're gonna be hanging out with Death. You know what I mean? Or like whatever. Like obviously not that one episode is gonna be the diner episode, and so it felt like it was almost Black Mirror-ish in the sense that
Oh,
it was
yeah.
it was kind of exploring different themes. Even though obviously there was the Sandman was throughout, but the characters around him changed, the themes changed, the environment changed, the clothes changed. It was all just
Yes.
it kept me on my toes, and I really liked that. So
The guy, what was his name? The Corinth or the Corinthian?
Corinthian,
Who had
Corinthian.
like the mouth, his
Oh.
eyes. Oh, it's so cool looking.
not cool.
They did a really good job. Quick question is Constantine Marvel or DC? Can't remember because I know he's one or the other. because it's the same character that I know that Jenna Coleman in this was a descendant, but it's the same character that Reeves played. He's been in a couple of different things as Constantine.
Yeah.
The character Constantine has. So I'm trying to remember. I know he was part of one of is DC. All right, thank you guys. DC for sure.
Good job.
Yeah, it's interesting now, which means that Man is technically canon in the DC universe.
That's one.
All those characters.
One thing. The one way to look at it isn't Constantine though like a mythological or like
Constantine is. He fights demons and like that. He's like a supernatural character.
Right, but I mean,
I would say
that predates DC is my question. Like, isn't Constantine like biblical
sure.
or something?
I don't know. Actually, I have no clue if it's biblical or not. The only time I've ever heard of Constantine was in relation to DC or like the movie or whatnot. So it might be possible, but I'm not sure if he's made up or not.
Okay. Well, yes, amazing, good chat, Sandman, loved it. Let's move on.
Fifth on my list. Fifth
on Winespring's list. Okay. What else? Let's talk about one that I have not seen, but Winespring likes, and I don't know if Tavern has seen it. How about Outer Range? Tavern, did you watch this?
Yeah.
I have not seen that. It's on my list, but I'll be honest with you, it looked a bit too weird for me, but I'll watch it probably.
It is super weird.
It's really
really?
weird.
That's why I like it a lot. It's like a sci-fi Western. And every episode kind of leaves you hanging a little bit. So it's easy to binge, and that's always fun.
I do like binging.
And as far as answering all the questions that they ask throughout the series, they don't. So like the season finale was like epic in it having some answered questions, but they left so much open that I can't wait for season 2. Like I'm on the edge of my seat for it.
Okay.
Has anyone watched it?
Anybody in the chat seen this? I have not.
Yeah.
I'm honest. When you said the Outer Range, I don't think I'd even heard of it.
And it's on Prime Video,
the big
so go
hole
watch it.
around, right?
But yeah, there's a hole.
The hole, right?
There's a hole.
There's a
I
hole.
There's a hole.
I remember seeing the teaser trailers and going, that hole doesn't look nice.
You should totally watch it.
I don't know if I want to watch
super.
Just watch Troll.
It'll have you on the edge of your seat. It'll totally have you on the edge of your seat.
Enough. I have to watch it by myself. My wife won't watch it.
A lot of people are helping us in the chat with Constantine. Constantinople was a city. Constantine was the emperor who made Christianity the official religion of the Roman Empire. So yeah, there's a lot of Constantine.
That part I meant in the character sense of the character. I knew that Constantinople and all. I got that part, but
my first exposure to Constantine was Keanu Reeves as Constantine. So, however that manifests itself in Sandman, then fine.
Hopefully he gets to play it again because he did mention that he would love to play that character again, and I think people have reached out, but I'm not sure.
That would be cool.
That'd be interesting.
I just now realized I don't have my overhead lights on. Is it a little dark in here, you guys? Mood lighting.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
For the last
all lit up now
of the year. Yeah. Okay, so somebody
What does that
asked.
qualify as though?
Sci-fi?
Urban fantasy or sci-fi?
I called it Western sci-fi. Sci-fi Western.
Okay. Sort of like Cowboys and Aliens or whatever.
Because they're definitely like ranchers, and there's cows and buffalo and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
It's just twisty, and like super twisty. I don't want to say too much because some people haven't watched it yet, but it's so interesting.
Noted. A twisty sci-fi Western. You've read Wax and Wayne, right? In the Cosmere?
Yes.
Would you? Is it more Western or less Western than Wax and Wayne?
Less Western than Wax and Wayne. Yeah.
Really? Despite the fact that they're cattle ranching? Okay. Noted.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember being like Wax and Wayne being pretty like heavy sci-fi Western.
Fantasy Western, probably. The gunslinging, although there is technology, who am I? Like,
that's true.
Random saying that sci-fi Western is Firefly, which is true because sci-fi would come first because they're in space. But if it's here on Earth, then I would say Western sci-fi.
But she said it's not super Western.
It's not super Western.
They are ranchers, so it's there.
It's the setting, at least.
It's the setting, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Sith guy, good point. Parts of Star Wars is also sci-fi western. And look at that transition.
It's true.
Let's transition.
There we go.
To-
what are we talking about? Andor?
Let's go Kenobi
two.
first, because I found
We have two.
because that
Kenobi,
came first
yeah.
in time. Like, to be fair. How did you guys
Kenobi.
feel
And
about
season
Kenobi?
2 not confirmed yet on this.
Really?
So there might not be.
It was only supposed to be one season, but I
Yeah,
think
so not
McGregor said that
confirmed.
they were talking about a season 2, but there was
Okay.
never supposed to be a season 2. I'm gonna start this by saying Kenobi was a masterpiece of a show. There's
Okay.
just no other words for it. The effects that they did with the lightsaber on the show surpassed anything that was in any of the movies ever.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Saw Darth Vader as he was meant to be seen.
Yes.
Just incredible. I can't say enough of that show. That show is just spot on from start to finish.
What'd you think about Princess Leia?
Best thing ever. I wanted to fight the guy on TikTok that said that she was annoying and he wanted to punch her in the face.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine
Isn't that
thinking
horrible?
Little asshole.
Yeah.
People are so surprising sometimes.
I was pretty mad at that guy.
They really are.
She was my favorite character.
She was
in
so
the- in the
cute.
show.
Incredible.
Yeah,
But
she
like
was cute.
powerful, a little cute, powerful character. I like her a lot.
She had some of the best lines too.
Yes.
Some of them the best lines on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was snarky.
Yeah. I feel like
Okay, so go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say how you said it was like whenever you were like Kenobi was Big Paws a masterpiece or whatever. For me, it was a clinic in nostalgia, like which is what I love. Like I'm a sucker for. I'm a
Yeah.
millennial. You know what I mean? Give me a live action.
Love
Beauty
the
and
nostalgia.
Beast, like and I'll eat it up. and so the Kenobi for me was just like yes. Like when I was growing up, I watched the prequels before I watched the original Star Wars, which I know some people would be like, "Sorry, what?" But it's true.
I'll let it pass.
And so for me, like a lot of that stuff, and then I eventually obviously watched the originals, but like the Kenobi stuff, it felt so like seeing Ewan McGregor again, and Hayden Christensen. I don't know, like I liked what I saw basically, and it brought me back, and it gave me the warm fuzzies, and there was enough drama and spectacle that I had a great time watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't like, for me, it wasn't that deep, I guess. The show, it wasn't that deep for me. I didn't get tons of, I don't know. It's kind of a hard thing to describe. There are certain shows to me that bring out like the emotion. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Andor kind of did that really well. And Sandman with the death episode and some other stuff, it really just like brought it out of me. But this one didn't really do that. It just made me feel good, which I love. So, Winespring,
Yeah.
where were you on the...
Yeah, I liked it. I love Princess Leia's character. I think it's number 9 on my list.
Okay.
And was it Inquisitor Reva, the third
Oh, yeah.
sister, I think is what she
That
was
third
also
sister.
called. That storyline, weaved in with Obi-Wan's storyline, I thought was really interesting. It was a little surprising kind of twist there for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and the fight scene between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, I thought was really cool. Like on the different levels and things falling around them. I was super into the fight scene.
Random asked me what I thought about the PTSD angle of Kenobi. It was
Good
interesting.
question.
I mean, it is a great question. It was really interesting because it depends on which character you're talking about. Because, like I said, we had Reva, who is suffering from PTSD. We had Kenobi, suffering. We had Darth Vader, who's always suffering from PTSD.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, the entire show, everybody in that show, if you're part of the Rebels, there's PSD attached to that character, period.
Yeah.
We may not know what the story is, but it's there, and that's why they're
It's there.
they're fighting with the Rebels. That's one thing. When I said earlier about we finally get to see Darth Vader how he truly was meant to be, raw power they depicted in this show with him stopping an entire ship from taking off, right?
Yeah.
Walking down the street just killing people,
Oh.
with his fingers just dead, that kind of stuff. It was insane. Seeing Hayden Christensen come back and actually act properly.
Yeah.
That was really
incredible.
cool.
The
Yeah.
whole scene where his helmet was half off, he's talking in both voices, right? Because the the modulator isn't working or functioning properly.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the best scenes in that whole show. Hands down, it was incredible. I think what made it nostalgic for you all is they go back and they use the same elements or the same focal points that they did in the original 3 movies, which is what endeared everybody to these movies. It works, and which is what they did with Kenobi, which is what they did with The Force Awakens and a couple of other ones. If you look through those movies, you'll notice that like Force Awakens is basically New Hope and a little bit of Empire Strikes Back. The second one is a little bit of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Then the last one was a little bit of Return of the Jedi, and then stretching into their new direction that they're taking the franchise, right?
Okay.
Which is what made it successful, I thought.
Mm.
Yeah, whenever they touch and they go back and they add those little things, like Mandalorian does that a lot, it's a success. It's down, and it brings the goosies every damn time.
Mm-hmm. The goosies.
The goosies.
Definitely.
Random Noman Vader dragging Kenobi through the fire was crazy. Yes.
Oh man.
And Sith guy, no, I killed Anakin. Also really good, really freaking good. Like it had some.
I am
great
all
lines.
that remains.
Yeah, it was some good stuff.
So good.
Okay. So let's move from one Star Wars to the next Star Wars. In my opinion, the superior Star Wars, but only from my opinion. Andor really blew a lot of people away this year, bringing Star Wars back down to earth, removing the magical elements from it so that it was a lot more of a sci-fi this time around.
It was Rogue One. It was Rogue One.
It was Rogue One, which is fitting because
it's a prequel to Rogue One, right?
It is, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But it was the same style, which worked perfectly.
Yeah. Ross King, you like Rogue One? I do too. I think Rogue One is one of the strongest new Star Wars properties, and Andor followed suit. I think it really crushed it. So
I have not finished Andor yet.
Okay, we will not spoil the end. All I'll say
So, yeah.
is that the acting was fabulous. I was interested in all of the plots, right? Because there was Andor's main plot. Yeah, like I liked the Senator's plot. I loved Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård's character, and how like he had his fingers in everything.
I like that too.
I liked the heist elements of Andor. I found some of that to be fun, like really fun. I don't know if you guys are Rick and Morty fans, but the like,
yes, for sure.
You son of a bitch, I'm in. Like that. Like I got like those vibes from some of the, especially the early episodes. And the writing was just good. It just felt so grounded and real for something that was in different planets. You know what I mean? So
no, the flashbacks I thought were well done. Yeah. And kind of needed, right? Because we're going with newish characters that we don't know a lot about. So we need that in there. And Cassian, sorry, not Caspian. I was thinking about Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Cassian, whole storyline of just him alone looking for his sister, insane. I will say this: the first episode was kind of slow.
Yeah, I thought so too.
It
was
took
hard
me a
to
minute,
like,
for sure, to get in.
Yeah. It was a little bit slow at the beginning, and I was like, okay. And so I watched the first episode, and then I stopped, and I went to do some other stuff. And then a few weeks later, I said, I'm going to give this a shot. And I started back with episode 1 and then watched the whole thing through. Once I got past episode 1, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Really, really well done. Like, super well done.
I've only made it just to where they've completed the heist.
Okay, you've got.
And I mean that all of that was so entertaining to watch. Like watching them march and blend in. The heist was super cool.
And the
really well
the
done.
sky just like going berserk. Like,
oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah. I love how much they showed us of that. And like flying through that, trying to get out of that, with like the drama of like someone dying there at the same time it was really well done.
Because even though it's sci-fi, that whole scene had me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
Trying to fly through all those little all the meteors and shit. I was like, this is gonna go bad.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna go well at all. It was really well done.
I haven't gotten much of the Senator yet, but so far I really like what it looks like, they have her doing.
She's incredible.
Yeah.
She's like a double agent or something like
Okay,
that.
so Mon Mothma. So here's the thing: Mon Mothma has been there since the very beginning. She was in the original first three movies. Not the same actor, but the character has been in there since the beginning. So to see this, and here's the messed up thing: she was the original movie. She was the leader of the Resistance. Okay, and we knew jack shit about her.
Yeah.
She's amazing. So bringing her to light in Rogue One, I think she was in a little bit of Rogue One, and this, love it.
Yeah, I liked the kind of getting to see the conflict from many sides. You don't always get that necessarily. And so it was, what's it like for someone on top or close to the top who's also not into what's going on in the world. Rich people are also, there's some people involved there. And then there's like the middle, the scam artists, the Stellan Skarsgårds of the world. And then the lower class and people who are really being affected by this on a day-to-day basis. And so it was a multi-layered show that I just appreciated the class commentary. Also the subplot of the little dweeby guy trying to chase down Andor the whole time. I hate him, but I thought he was so
guy?
funny. Yeah, he was just so focused all the time, and so bless his heart. But
but it cracks me up, yeah, because it's like the epitome of the guy that's trying to jumpstart his career by getting that one good bust. He's jacking it all up. It was great.
Yeah. So fun to watch. He was the Percy Weasley if you're a Harry Potter person for me. Just he's so annoying. Just so get true. Out of everybody's business, dude.
It's business.
But yeah.
And, God, I'm never gonna get that out of my head.
Sorry, it just is.
That's perfect.
All right. Andor. Any final thoughts on Andor before we move along?
Oh. No.
No.
Good.
Diego Luna is great. That's my final
thought.
Actor. He was lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
What else do we have for sci-fi?
This is one of my favorites. Okay. The Orville. Orville.
Oh my gosh, how did that not even make my list? One.
It was you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Orville is one of my favorite shows. I totally forgot that was this year.
It was this year, right? Season 3.
My list is a lie.
I have not caught up on any of this. I watched half of season 1.
My list is a lie.
My list is a lie. All the numbers are wrong.
All the numbers are wrong.
I feel like my vote is a lie now. Well, I don't know. Ooh, God, that's close.
We didn't even rank it.
Orville and Vox Machina, they're so close for me because they're just both. I love sci-fi comedies. I get or fantasy / sci-fi comedies. And you know what I didn't put on here either? What We Do in the Shadows. Oh, if you guys haven't watched that, it's so fun.
I haven't seen that.
Funny.
What We Do in the
Shadows. If we're gonna go
Shadows.
that route, we've forgotten Picard as well.
Picard.
Yeah, it was on season 2 or 3 now. Picard's been really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed Picard.
Outstanding. Yeah.
Well, okay, we're talking about Orville.
Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so Orville makes you love the characters. I feel like it really gets you
does.
invested in them and their storylines, and they bring things back. And I can't remember the red-haired guy. The time travel episode.
That episode
was probably
was
my
so
favorite.
good.
One of my favorites. Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
it was dark.
It was really.
I know.
Really
I don't remember
dark.
his name.
Random Moment says Orville Star Trek's better than Star Trek. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Depending
Yes,
on the
Random
Star
Moment.
Trek. But yes.
Like the Space Quest or Galaxy Quest of Star Trek.
But I really hope they come back.
I feel like they were more goofy in season 1. I think wasn't the season 3 this one was this year.
Yeah, 1 was pretty goofy.
Yeah, 1 was really goofy. 2 was still funny. I feel like this season though was so it was funny, but it was more serious also.
Yeah, they dealt with real issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
With some comedy blended in.
I watched half of season 1. I will be honest with you. I love the show. I forgot what happened. That maybe the pandemic. I don't know what the hell happened where I stopped watching. But I was surprised because I thought Seth MacFarlane. I thought it was going to be a just joke jackass type show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was surprised that it tackled some issues, some real life issues.
Yes.
Right from the get go, and I was like, this is something new.
Yeah.
So, as far as I can Orville's a great show, but that's the site that I have because, like I said, I haven't watched all of it. So
You got to catch up on that one.
Yeah, like how Star Trek dealt with like real world issues in the context of a space opera, not really opera, but like a very episodic space show. Gosh, Orville did too. Like it was just like this one made me cry too. So like I think all the ones that make me cry are the ones that are like towards the top for me because they're just so
keepers.
When Orville switched from Fox to Hulu, it got deeper. That sounds about right, timing wise.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Anytime anything leaves Fox, it grows.
It grows.
Oh yeah, Below Decks is what I've seen from Below Decks. It's also it's funny. I like it a lot. It's one of my I'm not overly compelled to watch it, but if I want to just kind of feel good for 30 minutes, then I'll turn it on, and I really enjoy it. So it's a good call.
Okay.
Mayhem.
I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus, where all the other Star Trek stuff is. It's just it's a Star Trek comedy.
Is it a cartoon or no?
It's a cartoon about low-ranking people on a starship. And so
I bet that's funny.
Yeah, that's why it's called Below Decks, because they're all they're not the people who are up controlling the bridge. So it's a really good laugh. Sean Loging or Loging? I don't actually know. How do you pronounce that? But anyways, I agree with you. It's good when you want to laugh. And if you haven't watched the Orville, do it. They haven't been renewed, as far as I know. And so, if you do watch it and love it, tweet about it, okay? Bring it back.
Yeah, really. Leave some comments on YouTube.
Do something. They've canceled Warrior now, and I'm pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
I haven't even watched it yet, and it's already canceled.
I know.
So good.
Everyone seems really upset about it being canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was amazing.
Okay.
Was it? That's such a bummer.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a very interesting premise, and it was really well acted by a bunch of not people that you don't know. There's maybe one or two people in the entire show that you recognize something. And it's in English and Spanish and French. They showed you. They talk in many different. It's amazing.
Gosh.
Incredible. Anyways,
part of me is
what's
should I
after the
even
Orville?
watch it? Because it's gone now.
You should, because I will say this: there's closure at the end of season 2.
Okay.
The main story arc that starts in 1. So anything after that would probably be a new content or an extension of that, but you can get closure from watching the 2.
Okay. This is the last poster that I have saved, so if we want to talk about any other shows, you're going to have to warn me, and then I'll have to pull it up really quickly, which I can totally do. But Wednesday.
What do you got?
I just started last night. I have watched 2.5 episodes of Wednesday. And
good. I'm right there with you.
Okay, great. Okay. I have had so much fun. Last night, I was laughing my ass off. I think, Wednesday's humor is exactly right for me. Her just being
dark and dry.
Dark, dry, deadpan. I'm just, Mr. Kritter was, he's a coder, and so he's, coding next to me while I'm watching this last night. And I was just, I was over here just giggling my ass off. I was just
nice.
And he wasn't picking up on everything I was, but... Man, I'm enjoying it so far. Yeah, Tavern. I take it that you really enjoyed it.
Have you watched all of them?
I was doing the Wednesday dance. You missed it.
I saw it.
Yeah, incredible. One. I was a little bit worried about it, primarily because some of the actors I didn't think fit the roles, but after watching it. I was completely wrong. They all fit the roles that they were cast into, and they all did a phenomenal job. And there's a lot of twists and turns. I will say this. For a show to be able to hide villain for so many episodes.
Okay, don't spoil anything.
We don't know
I'm
who
not
it is
spoiling
yet.
anything. I'm just saying there are a lot of twists.
Okay.
There are a lot of. By now, I'm sure you're going. Maybe it's this person. Maybe it's that person. Whatever.
I'm gonna have a guess.
Maybe
Can I guess?
You're probably wrong. Sure.
I'm gonna guess something. So in the show, without spoiling anything, this is a wild guess because I don't actually know.
Okay.
In the show, there's a monster that's killing people in the woods, and I think the monster is the hot guy. The hot guy, the one that's he's the hottest guy in school. That's what I think the monster is. Nobody tell me. Nobody say anything in the chat. I'm gonna I might lose my mind.
Don't even look. No confirming.
Like I was
her theory.
saying, as I was saying, there's a lot of fingers. Your fingers will be pointing at many different people.
Yeah.
Including the
Sort of
headmistress.
I was gonna
think
say,
she could be bad.
Gwendolyn
Sort of like the
Christie's
Stranger.
really
Like the
interesting.
Stranger and Rings of Power. Like
Yeah.
who is he? Could he be this? Could he be that? Or who's Sauron?
Same.
Kind of like that. They did a really good job.
Yeah. Okay.
The best interactions are between Wednesday and her roommate.
Yeah, I love the
Oh,
roommate.
the roommate is so cute. I love
yeah.
the roommate.
Kritter.
She's great.
Or who's that? Okay. Ekro? Is it Ekro Writes on TikTok?
Oh, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Tell me that her roommate, that Wednesday's roommate, doesn't remind you of a young Ekro Writes.
I mean, kind of, yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. I almost did a whole TikTok on it. I haven't decided yet.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do
it's a
it.
phenomenal show. They did so good.
They
Good. And
I like Thing, the hand. wandering
Yes.
it's
around.
incredible.
I've seen some of the background shots of like the actor who's like moving
Mhm.
Thing around. It's
He's a
really
tall
cool.
dude, too.
Also,
I
they
feel bad
do.
for that guy.
They're doing like ASL for some of it, right? Like American
Yeah,
Sign Language.
right?
Oh, no, it's all him in a green suit, and that's
Yeah.
his hand moving around.
Right.
The whole time.
But
I
he's
don't
doing
think
It's pretty amazing.
some of the stuff he's doing is American Sign Language. Like whenever he's doing some of the signs.
Oh yeah, when he's talking.
Yeah.
When he's talking, he's like,
That's so cool.
yeah, that's
yeah,
really,
it's really
cool.
neat.
Remind me, I want to talk about Stranger Things next, so I need to download the poster after we get out of
Okay,
Wednesday.
yeah.
But
That's a
There
good
is-
one.
there's a theory.
what?
You have a theory?
I don't think it's a spoiler. Might be a spoiler. I don't know.
I wouldn't
anyways.
say it if there's a risk because we are very early.
I will only say this.
Okay.
Go back to episode 1 and pay close attention to Lurch.
Okay.
Then once you're finished with the show, let me know what you think.
Okay.
Okay. Also,
Cool.
That's it.
somebody said in the chat that it doesn't really understand what the Addams Family is all about. So part of me, maybe that's why I'm liking it so much, is because like I have to admit I have no Addams Family experience, none.
Oh,
whatsoever.
wow. Okay.
I haven't seen anything Addams Family before this
What?
moment. So
Okay.
yeah.
None of the old show. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm almost like a Wheel of Time. You know, the people who haven't read the Wheel of Time books can't relate, but like there are those
Ooh.
people out there who saw the show and they're like, I love it. That's
Yeah,
what I
this
feel
is
like
great.
I am. Like I'm watching the show.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Addams Family is supposed to be like, so I'm like, I love it.
Yeah.
So I apologize if it's not what like real Addams Family fans were looking for, because like that's a bummer if that's true.
No.
But I like it.
It's not. I'll tell you this. I remember watching the original Addams Family, but like the reruns in the 70s and whatnot. That was a great show.
Yeah.
The movies that came out with Christina Ricci, who did an excellent job. I think they're on point. The Addams Family is just a strange family. The world setting that they live in is you have the normal people, and then you have these other people that are werewolves, vampires, sirens, whatever. The Addams Family are kind of like a mix of things. They're just like a very goth, morbid family.
Mm-hmm.
Like the show says, when Wednesday, she got the name from a poem,
Yeah, I love
which
that.
is from a line in a poem, which is Wednesday's child is full of woe.
Yeah.
And every title of every episode has woe in it.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Which is
Oh,
pretty hilarious.
I didn't notice that. That's cool.
Of every episode has woe in it somewhere, which is cool. Yeah, Normie's an outcast. Thanks, Wolf Brother.
Your standard family of weirdos. That sounds
Yeah,
perfect.
That's pretty much it. And so Wednesday,
Good job, Jess.
People were like, "Oh, she's not pallid enough. She's not, dead looking enough." And somebody else pointed out, "Well, it's a Hispanic family. Though their last name is Adams. I don't get that, but it's a Latino family for the most part. So her olive complexion, if it was a pallid look for it, it would be what she looks like. So they did a really good job with the makeup on her." In the behind the scenes stories that they've come out with, like Tim Burton, he didn't like the way her bangs fell. So she says that he came up to her in the set one day while they were filming, and he tousled her bangs around and moved this strand and moved that strand. And he was like, "Don't move." Grabbed a can of hairspray, and lit up her freaking forehead with hairspray.
Oh my gosh.
She said my hair didn't move for 2 weeks.
It'll do
That's
that.
why her hair looks the same almost in every shot, because it was plastered to her head. So yeah, it was really cool. It's a good show.
I have heard, however, I do want to address this because we're talking about Wednesday, that Tim Burton, and I don't know a ton about it, so I'm not going to pretend like I'm the definitive authority on this, but Tim Burton's a piece of shit. So if the things that I've heard about him are true, like him being racist, I think, but again, I don't know because I'm not the authority. If that's true, then that sucks, and I disagree, and if I find out more, then we'll stop talking about Wednesday again. Maybe we'll not watch
we can talk about Wednesday. We just won't talk about him.
Well,
it's not the actor's fault. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. Like, do we punish the entire production
that'd be
for
kind of
one person sucking? But isn't it just the worst that people are like that sometimes?
Alex, they do not have all kinds of last names. Tinos are always S's. Or I'm gonna get really bad right now. She's gonna slap me through the internet.
Oh gosh.
My last name is Chavez.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, like at least
like me.
At least you're not like me. Like at least it's not me saying excuse me, but no, Hispanics always have this last name. Absolutely.
I self-correct. I self-correct all the time.
Yes, thank you, Jessica said I think we've had enough with Wednesday because we it's so far fun, but Tim Burton sucks. We're gonna pull up Stranger
and
Things.
not confirmed for season 2 yet.
We haven't confirmed if Tim Burton sucks yet.
Oh
well, from what I've heard, he does suck, but
hearsay at the moment.
It is hearsay, so I'm not. Don't sue me for defamation because I'm not actually sure. Is what I'm saying.
If he is, then I'll be
nice.
the first one to say
Very
yes,
nice.
He is. Who would have thought Josh Whedon was a piece?
Who would have thought? Who is?
Love his shows. Josh Whedon.
Oh God, yeah, true. Isn't that terrible? Because Buffy was like, so good. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up. What is happening? I pulled it up in the wrong place.
So you're doing Stranger Things?
I'm trying to zoom it in. It's coming. Okay, let's see if this is right. I nailed it. Okay.
Nice photo. Good choice.
Let's see. It's just the worst that some people are the worst. I think Kayla said it the best. You're right. It is. Yeah, Tam loves cats. I hate learning shit things about people that make art I enjoy. It makes me sad. I have something in common with jerks. I know. But whenever you think about it, a lot, and I'm not saying anybody's a sociopath, just so we're clear. But sociopaths are really good at endearing themselves with people, right? They're excellent at putting on a face that they're people are gonna love this shit. You know what I mean? And so they can act and get people to like them. And so maybe that's what's happening. Maybe
manipulation.
It's not your fault. You're being manipulated by them doing awesome things. In order to get you to like them.
Very manipulative.
Yeah, manipulating.
It sucks that they're so successful at getting me to like what they're doing.
It does suck. I wish they were not talented and not good at reading people's emotions, but some people are, and then they just suck. That's
They wreck you. Yeah.
Great. Let's talk about Stranger Things.
Yes.
I didn't put this one on any of my promo, but man, I had a great time watching season 4. Did you guys like it?
I did. I love the Hellfire Club.
Yes.
Was his name Eddie Munson?
Eddie Munson
he was a great
icon.
Addition.
He was great.
Yeah, if I have any complaint, it's his death was kind of needless. I wish they didn't go the route they did.
Oh, by the way,
it was dark.
Spoilers. We said that if the poster's up, it's all spoilers. So technically, they've been warned. Spoilers.
We've had so many arguments, my friends and I, because so who was the 4th death that launched Apocalypse?
What?
The show. Oh, remember?
What are you asking?
Vecna. Mm-hmm. Kill 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That he could bring the Upside Down into the real world.
Yeah.
That was the whole plot of his plot.
Mm-hmm.
Was the 4th death.
Was it Max? But she didn't die?
She did die. They brought her back.
Okay.
But when she died, the bells started tolling, all the stuff started happening. I have friends
Oh,
that
yeah.
will argue, no, she never died. She, nope, she died. She was it, and refused to admit that she was the catalyst for the whole thing.
She's still in a
there's been
coma, right?
fights.
Is that what's at the
She
end?
is.
Yeah,
She's
it was-
blind. She's in a
Yes.
coma. She had most of her bones broken.
Yeah.
She was pretty bad off.
Yeah.
Eddie's guitar solo.
That was a cool moment.
That was one of the most iconic TV moments of 2022.
Mhm.
I think that's why, like, one of the reasons I was like, we have to talk about Stranger Things is like that guitar solo. Also, what is it?
Alvers.
Kate. Oh my gosh, running up that hill. Whatever the song was. Help me out.
Oh, that song. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wrote it down. Weird.
Made
Stranger
millions off of
Things.
that just from the show.
Kate Bush.
Kate Bush running up that hill. Like, I was
Yeah.
so into that song this summer. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here,
I
Oliver's
like to-
ears. And what's up? Is that Weekly Wheel News? Is your username WWNTV? Because that's my guess. But if it's not, then hi, whoever
Good
you
guess.
are, WWNTV. Yeah. Excellent. Like the what's her? Oh my gosh, the girl who plays Max, absolutely
Yes.
dominated this season.
Yeah.
The guy who plays
She
Eddie
was
Munson
awesome.
also dominated this season.
Mhm.
I found our boy
And Hawk's
Hopper
daughter.
to be really, I don't know, like his plot was incredibly compelling for me. The people trying to get to Hopper, the mom,
Yeah.
Grace, and
Yes.
the other guy were like fine. Like that was probably my least favorite plot of the whole season.
I totally agree. with
Okay,
that.
like
Yes.
it could have just not happened and I would have been fine.
Yeah.
Like
it
that
was
plot.
super random. It
Yeah.
felt. Yeah.
But
The Hopper.
his Hopper plot and the main kids, the Eddie Munson plot, those were my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
The kids in like the bunker with 11, usually 11's like super interesting to me, but like for a long time I wasn't into that one. But then once we finally got to like
Really.
the deets, like once we finally got in there and started learning stuff,
Yeah.
that's when I started liking that one.
And
Yeah,
the 11,
it was super
the
interesting.
whole 11 thing was like kind of going back to season 1. So
Yeah.
we kind of seen most of that before. So I get what you're saying. The Hopper's plot line with the Russian guard
Yeah,
Yes.
was incredible. Those two guys did an outstanding job.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was great, and I gotta give credit to my boy, the beach pizza, whatever his guys was, the damn pizza delivery guy.
Oh, he was
Uh,
funny.
Can't remember
Yes.
his fucking name, but he
Always
was
getting
he
high,
stole
yes.
every scene.
he
Every
did.
scene he was in.
Hysterical.
He did. He
Yeah.
was great. Is he on the?
I thought it was
poster?
cool how they aged down 11
Oh yeah, there he is. Way here.
visually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that freaking guy with the long hair was the best.
They
He had a cool name too, and I can't remember.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember it either. Yeah, WWNTV, the pizza dude, exactly. Was the name of the pizza place Pizza Dudes? I know it was something like really
Yeah, it
hilarious
was-
like that.
It's pizza dudes and had like a surfboard or some shit.
Yeah. So that was pretty awesome.
The
And
fact when he showed up at the other pizza dudes,
Oh my gosh.
and they're like, "We need salt or whatever the hell."
Yeah.
It's a pizza dude code, man. We're like, what the?
It worked. It totally worked.
amazing.
Eduardo Franco is the actor apparently. Also,
It's so funny.
Sean Lojing has a good point. What I think season 4 showed is you can experiment with runtimes and make it work well, right? Because like some of them were like feature length episodes, weren't they? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, they were really
Yeah,
long.
The last part of the last episode of the first part, I think was like 2 hours.
Was it that long?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was long because I didn't know. And I started watching it late at night. I was like watching. I'm like, I'll just watch. And next thing you know, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get up in 2 hours.
Yeah.
What is this shit? I was like, God damn.
Okay, it Surfs Up Pizza.
That checks
Argyle.
out.
and the
that's his
character's
name.
name was Argyle. Yeah.
I knew they had the
Argyle.
surfboard stuff, paraphernalia, so that makes a lot of sense.
What did you think about the Susie stuff?
Susie, the cheerleader.
Oh no, Susie's
And the bully.
what's his face's girlfriend, the brains. Since girlfriend.
Oh,
the
yeah,
tower or
the,
whatever.
That's right.
never-ending story
Uh-huh.
girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all right. We forgot about it, so we don't think too much about it.
Well, it was interesting because she in the first time we heard about her in season 3, it was all about my dad's really strict or whatever. Right? There was this whole thing about her dad being really strict and whatnot. Then we get to see the family. It's fucking chaos.
Yeah.
You got kids blowing shit up. You got other kids tying kids up. You got all this shit happening, and the dad is clueless. I just thought it was freaking hilarious. Also, that young lady is now on TikTok and an activist, and she's fucking killing it. So
I didn't know she was on TikTok.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'll send you a
Send it
link
to
her.
us. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Her
what was up
family
with
was
her
jacked
family
up,
though?
Ross.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't. I clearly don't
good.
remember much about her plot.
It was so good.
But yeah,
I want to talk about that too.
want to talk about.
We've got
what?
a whole Marvel section.
Oh, Moon
Jessica's
Knight.
asking about
That's
Moon
good.
Knight. We have a Marvel section coming up because there were so many shows, and
Okay, a Marvel section. Well, we got to get moving then. Marvel section.
Yeah,
let's-
we better hurry up.
Miss Marvel won actually, right? It tied for first on the favorite. So we should talk about Miss
That's
Marvel.
right.
For
I
sure.
need to write that
Even
one
though I'm not
down.
completely finished, I have watched several of the episodes, so we're clear.
Miss Marvel gets better and better with each episode. I will say that my biggest attraction to that show, aside from the storyline, was the fact that we get to see a diverse cast, the non-typical superhero, fucking, front stage and fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it. It was just very endearing. Like the whole family situation was endearing. The girl that played Miss Marvel was outstanding.
Yeah, she was. She was so
it was
cute,
just a-
but like still
Yeah.
strong, like Leia in Kenobi.
100%.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it.
Okay.
I haven't seen a single episode of it yet.
Oh, you're missing out. It's really
Okay.
it's something to see. I'll put it that way.
From
it
what I've
really was a
seen-
surprise to me.
It's very fun. It's got for me Spider-Man vibes because it's like the main character is like learning powers kind of and innocent and funny, and there's like a funny sidekick. I don't know. It gives me Spider-Man vibes, but it's more diverse. It's got like
Because,
really
well, I think she's like 16 as well.
well.
She's young.
Yeah, I
young
mean it
hero.
depends
Yeah,
on
so-
what era of Spider-Man.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not talking about. Well, with the newest iteration of Spider-Man with Tom Holland, I think he's like 14 or 15. The movies.
Yeah.
So it's got that same vibe. So you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And Random Gnome has a good point. I also like the visual style of Miss Marvel with the text
yeah.
popping,
Oh.
or like sketches kind of like coming to life and stuff. Like
Ooh,
that was
okay. Real playful, it
it's-
sounds
it's
like.
playful,
sick.
stylistic, colorful, and it's got a good story as far as I can tell. So
Okay.
And
I'm gonna check that out.
building up to the Young Avengers as well. So you know.
oh,
Okay.
Which is Miss Marvel, new Hawkeye, right?
But yeah, okay. I watched
In
that.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which then became Captain America and the Winter Soldier, the black actor that was given the serum, and he kind of did, he was like one of the first trials for
Oh,
Captain
yes.
America serum.
Yeah, I remember that.
His grandson, I believe, becomes Justice, which is also part of the Young Avengers.
Okay.
You
So
know so
a lot of
much.
these shows are building up to that. Yeah.
Very nice.
okay. We're pulling up The Boys because I forgot about The Boys. I did
Oh
watch
my
all
God.
of it.
Oh my gosh.
Probably,
Homelander is
that's
insane.
in my top three. This is
The
incredible.
Boys is number 7 on my list. It's broken.
The list has exploded.
It has.
Your list is all jacked up now.
It's all jacked up because I didn't put Orville as number 1.
The Boys goes places that are so unexpected. It's kind of like Vox Machina in
They're
some
uncomfortable.
ways for me, that you're just like, oh god,
We're uncomfortable.
what is happening? Like
Yes.
But man, I had a good time with The Boys this season. I feel like they took season 1 and they were like, let's go bigger, let's go harder,
Yes.
let's
Yeah.
fucking
Get that
rage.
shock factor going.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Fucking
And
rage.
they
Yeah.
did, and it was fun.
Yes. Yes.
Who's your
So this is
favorite
season
Boys
3, right?
character? Winespring.
Oh my gosh, my favorite Boys character. Oh, what's her name? Who heals herself and stuff, and she uses her power.
Oh, Maeve.
And what's her name?
Maeve, right?
Maeve.
No,
Not Maeve. I
Kamiko.
liked Maeve.
Oh, Kamiko.
Kamiko,
Oh,
that's it.
yeah, right. That's it.
Kamiko.
Rico's pretty
Kamiko.
amazing. Yeah.
I really like her character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character, Critter?
I think probably Starlight, right? That's her name.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
her a lot, but also Carl Urban. I like him in everything. I think he's so fun.
Billy Butcher.
Yeah, Billy Butcher is great. He's he's my Lord of the Rings bestie. Basically, anytime I see anyone that was in the Lord of the Rings in anything, I'm like, I love you.
Nice.
You are.
Was his storyline this season where we like got to go back into his past, like his relationship with his dad and brother? That wasn't.
That was in season 2.
Oh,
Season
okay.
2.
Okay. That was interesting.
When they talked about his brother, which is why he likes what's his face so much, because he actually reminds him of his brother.
Oh, Huey.
Okay,
Huey.
so that was season 2. Okay.
That was season 2. This one they went back in time and dealt with the Soldier Boy storyline.
And Soldier
all that
Boy
stuff.
was so
He's a wild character.
wild, but fun to watch.
Yes.
Like
He was
really.
Just off
crazy.
his rocker. Yeah.
He was crazy.
His powers are really cool, though.
Yes.
No, it's
They're
insane.
terrifyingly cool.
I gotta say, my favorite character is probably Frenchie.
He's great. There's so many good
Yeah.
characters.
Just because his
Yeah.
story arc and his background are just so unique and just it's really cool. Like anytime that they need something, he's got some contact that he did really bad things for or whatever.
Yes.
So the person I love to watch on screen the most, hate me for this, the Deep. Because he's so stupid. He just cracks me up.
Yeah.
Everybody
oh, man.
manipulates him.
He
And
like finds himself in a cult all of a sudden.
He's just the dumbest shit.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and
Sith guy in
hated
chat mentioned Black Noir's storyline, like where he had some
it was
severe mental issues going on, like seeing
it
the
was
cartoon
part of
characters.
yeah, that was
It was part of the Soldier Boy backstory.
Attack, yeah.
They were in the same group, and I forgot who it was that blew up. That's who jacked up because they were trying to kill Soldier Boy,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody screwed it up, and that's how he got all messed up.
Yeah.
yeah.
That moment when Homelander says that he see his smile and that kind of stuff through his mask, that like gave me super creepy chills.
Homelander's
Homelander's
terrifying.
so creepy.
He's terrifying.
Homelander is
Just uncomfortable.
everything about him. I mean, and don't get me wrong. As much as I think that Soldier Boy is worse, Homelander, because he was like the original Homelander, Homelander still terrifies me more.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that end, you know,
Yeah,
when
he should, given the ending.
the ending was terrifying.
I think my biggest complaint with The Boys after the ending, because I was hoping for a different ending, I'm not going to lie, is just, I don't know what they're going to do next. Like, is Homelander just always going to be this overarching, terrifying threat that they all have to deal with, and that's the main villain always? Like, at a certain point, even though he is absolutely petrifyingly terrifying, like, he's horrible to behold, and the actor's incredible, it's just like, God, how long can this last? Like, how many more iterations can we have on a season where Homelander's the big bad? Like, that's my
a good
biggest.
question.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's always there, but technically season 2 was all about what's her face, Storm, whatever. Her name was,
Stormfront. That was good, but he was always like.
That was a great arc.
It was.
But yeah,
it was
he's
really,
always there. He's always in the background. He's always in the background. I like the way they've played on what's happening in real life.
Oh
With
yeah.
the far right and
Oh my
all
gosh.
that kind of
Very
thing,
engaging doing that.
where Homelander has now. I mean, to be honest with you, it was bad before. I think they can up it a notch with him because he was always holding back.
Yeah.
He was always holding back because of the
Worried about his
ratings.
numbers. Yeah.
And now he's like, I could do. I could shoot somebody in the middle of the street, and my ratings would go up.
Ooh-wee.
Am I right?
Ooh-wee.
Yeah,
Oof.
they're definitely
Gross.
hitting the nail on the in the real world commentary head in that
Yeah.
one. I love how people like get mad at the Wheel of Time for having an agenda, and then they'll watch The Boys and be like, "Nice," just like bro,
Yeah, right?
Like if we're
Catch
comparing, one of them
Yeah.
has more of an agenda than the other one, pretty obviously.
Homelander's like the alt-right wrapped in a flag.
Yeah.
Basically
Man.
what it is.
Also, by the way, Meme Reborn, don't think you got away with that octopus emoji. I saw that.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, let me scroll up.
It was a while back, but I clocked it, and then I was
Did you
like,
really?
Wait, where?
I see. It's a while ago. Like, it's a while ago. I'm pretty sure it happened. I wasn't hallucinating, I hope.
Oh, that'd be a great hallucination.
Right? It's like all of a sudden I'm like, oh, the Meme
Just
Reborn
randomly
just tweeted an octopus
octopus.
emoji. At least I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure.
See, dancers.
We're all looking for it.
Sorry. Maybe
Can't
I'm
find
wrong.
it.
I could be wrong. That would be so
Find it.
bad.
Oh no, chat's freezing up.
Chat's
Here we
freezing up.
go.
Oh no. Oh no.
Mine was. I think I got it. I got it.
Wolf head,
What is happening? No, I want this.
head faces, heart.
I'm trying to get Moon
I've
Knight
seen
pulled
no
up because
octopus.
I watched all of it and I want to get credit.
Oh, Moon Knight was so good.
Open link in new tab.
Okay, I have not finished Moon Knight.
We will not spoil
Either.
anything then. Here we go. Here,
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, this. Oh boy. I love this actor. Can't think of his name right now.
Oscar Isaac.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed that I couldn't think of his name.
Oh, from Star Wars. Yep.
Yeah, Poe from Star Wars. I also this year saw the movie where he's like a struggling musician. Gosh,
Also in Dune. What movie
y'all,
is
my
that?
brain is broken. Like I had a birthday party this weekend, and it was a karaoke / rock band themed party. Welcome to my personal sharing time. And,
you were young.
and so we had a bunch of people over to our house we played rock band and we did karaoke and it was really fun. But some
Very
people were
cool.
there
Very cool.
until like 2 a.m, which was not that bad for me on the weekend. But I think at like 1 a.m. I had a beer that was a stout that was brewed with coffee. And in my head,
Ooh.
caffeinated beer doesn't exist. and then
sounds
at
interesting.
6:30 in the morning, when I was still very much awake, I was like, I bet caffeine and beer does exist. And so for the next like 2, 3, whatever day it is, today's Tuesday. So for the next 3 days, I've been like, my brain has been just kind of like shorting out every now and then. I'm
Hilarious.
just tired. I need my sleep, guys, and I didn't.
You're
get my
just a
sleep.
party animal.
I mean, I was just raging from, when I went to bed at 2:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. Just raging in the sense that I was laying there with my eyes closed, like, God damn it, go to sleep. You know what I mean? But I couldn't.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
I did it to myself. How far did you get into Moon Knight? Winespring asks Sith guy.
Okay, so the last thing I remember happening is they were scouring like a coffin and putting the star chart pieces together, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
And then they
okay.
moved the sky.
Uh-huh.
I remember the sky
Yeah.
being moved. Yeah.
So that's where you were?
kind of last. Yes, I don't remember what episode number it is, but that's the last thing I kind of happening that was like, whoa.
Okay. That was the
It's
guy.
like
in
4
that-
or 5 maybe.
Yeah, it's about halfway through. The
Yeah.
rich guy that they went to see
Mhm.
at that one party that they were jousting or whatever the fuck they were doing.
Yes,
And
that's
then where
right.
they started
uh-huh.
putting the pieces together. That rich guy passed away shortly after that was filmed. So
Oh, that's too
it
bad.
was
Wow.
yeah, they dedicated that to him.
Oh, that's very cool.
Actor-
Thanks for
as an
sharing.
actor, the actor passed away. I should say.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's a good spot to be in, but there was another show that just got better with every episode.
Yes, I completely agree with that. The villain was great.
Seriously, I mean, it escalated every episode.
The costuming's really good
I
in
was
this
just
too. I
gonna
really
say
enjoyed
that.
that.
It was so
Yeah.
cool the way it like changed back and
Mhm.
forth, and like the whiplash you got like from
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, and the switching back and forth, like with his other personality. I don't really know his.
Yeah.
Was really it's really intriguing to see that.
I can
Like,
give you a
after
little
that.
background on Moon Knight if you want.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay, so Moon Knight has like 6 different personalities.
Mhm.
they were actually, I want to say there were like 6 different people or whatever, but I think they made it into different psyches. The show, had like different personas that he would act as, get different information. But the comic book, so I think they turned it into just a multiple personality disorder type thing on the show, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like the guy, the golden guy the statue guy that he would talk to, that he gave like sandwiches to, was actually a character in the comic books that would give him information on what was happening on the streets and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of Easter eggs.
Oh, that's cool.
I think there was a second episode where he wakes up and he's like in the grass and there's a castle up on the hill or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that the first or second episode? They didn't say, this is an Easter egg, really. They didn't specifically say where that was. But depiction of that castle was exactly like it was drawn in the comic books. It was Doctor Doom's castle in Latveria.
That's cool.
So I'm hoping that character comes out at sometime soon, one or the other. Yeah, so that'll be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moon Knight is pretty good.
I feel like
Sith guy saying that's episode 1.
Okay.
Episode 1, okay, thank you.
I think they did a really good job.
Talking about
Like, obviously, I don't have DID, so I don't know. Apparently, there are some people with DID who have discussed the show, so that would be a good thing to watch. But at least in the sense that, like, you definitely felt this jarring effect every time he was, like, going back and forth. And assuming that's real, they were very effective at making you feel that way. Like, it not only was the character feeling it, but you were also feeling it right there with them. And for me, characters are like number one anytime I'm watching a show. And so the fact that I kind of felt like I was a part of the team there, I could feel his pain, his confusion, his disorientation. That made me like the show even better. That like elevated it for me a little bit. So.
And the act, I mean, there was the special effects of the transition. Then you had the actor himself portraying different characters.
Yeah.
Which really freaking sold it.
Yeah.
He was just so good at that. And his ex-wife, was it his ex-wife? Is it his ex-wife?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
She is incredible in this show.
Yeah.
I don't even know who she is. Winespring, as you watch further on, you're going to love her.
Yeah, she's pretty intriguing so far. Yeah. Surprising talents come up, that kind of thing.
I remembered the movie, by the way. It's called Forgetting Llewyn Davis. That's the movie that he's in where he's a musician. He's got a beautiful voice, by the way. So if you really like Oscar Isaac, check it out.
You like Oscar Isaac.
So
you said Forgetting...
What?
What's it called? Forgetting Lewis... What?
Forgetting Llewyn Davis.
Llewyn
Llewyn
Davis.
Oh, okay. Forgetting
Davis.
Llewyn Davis. Got it.
All right. I say we have time for one more show. What should we round out the stream with?
Ooh.
Let's see. There's one I know Tavern's brought up previously.
What is
She-Hulk.
Forgetting Llewyn Davis or remembering She-Hulk? She-Hulk. Yes, I actually watched all of that. I think that's the name of the movie.
Okay.
Something Llewyn Davis.
You watched it, Winespring?
She-Hulk? Oh yeah, I watched all of that.
Good.
I really enjoyed.
I did too.
What is it, Jen Walters or something like that? Like, yeah, I loved watching her become She-Hulk and how she handled it and dealt with it, like in her dating life and stuff like that. It was really fun to watch.
I keep saying masterclass. This was a masterclass in slamming dude bros.
Yeah.
It was a dude bro bashing show, and it was so good.
It was so proud of it too.
I'm trying to find a good poster for it. And I'm not finding
Oh, what was her name? Madison with the Y, but not where you think it is.
Y and 2 A. Yeah, she goes Madison with 2 is it S's or 2 N's? And
2 S's and 2 Y's, but not where you think they are. I don't know. I can't remember.
It's so funny. She was one of my favorite, like,
Power couple of the year. Power couple of the year. Her and Wong.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're so unexpected.
That Wong showed up at all was hilarious in my mind.
Yes.
I'm gonna spoil the last episode of She-Hulk, so if you don't want to be spoiled, it's time to leave.
Wongers.
And we're very happy that you have been here, but now I'm gonna spoil it.
Thank you
I
for
feel
coming.
like the finale. Like I was
finale was
honestly, I was so mildly disappointed in the way that it started. And then,
Yes,
and then
me too.
when they took it and just whoosh, flipped it on, like, and
Just,
then
like, ripped it up.
completely
Yeah.
ripped it apart, broke the fourth wall, like, so hard. Like,
Yeah,
it
the
will
wall's
never
not
go
good.
back. It will never be put back in shape
Yes.
again. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
yeah, they jacked
loved
it up. They
how it
busted that
ended.
wall down. Oh my god.
Very satisfying.
What was the name of the robot? Was it Kevin? Kevin.
It was
Kevin,
Kevin
for
Feige.
Kevin Feige.
Yes,
They
it was
gave-
so
they
well
even-
done.
Behind the scenes, they showed it to Kevin Feige, and he was like, "I don't get the baseball cap," because I actually had a baseball cap on the robot, and he didn't like it. They were like,
What?
"Okay," so they turned it into a lens hood, painted it to look like a cap, anyways.
Oh, that's funny. That is a good tidbit of information to have.
So good, so good. But
It was
I
so
like,
surprising when that moment. Yeah, because I was a little disappointed in how they were, what they're gonna do with this. Like, what? And then they just blew my mind.
I know. Like, they
started weird because at the end of the the end of the episode before it, oh, there was all that turmoil with her being a rage monster. And they
Oh,
kinda
man, that was
started
so
the last
disappointing,
episode
too.
with her, and I was like, "Oh, this is sad." And then
Yeah.
it just 10,000 kudos.
Yeah.
10,000 kudos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite episode though? Was it the last one?
Of She-Hulk?
or
It was the
there another
last one. I feel like
Yeah, I think it's the last
I
one
feel like
for
it was
me,
really
too.
fun. I had a good time watching the whole thing. But
Yeah.
the finale for me sent it again, kind of like pushed it up in the rankings because it was kind of like, oh, this is like a comedy, it's fun, I don't know anything about She-Hulk, whatever, it's, you know, I'm enjoying her dating life, blah blah blah. It was just kind of like fun but sort of mid. But then the finale was like, no, we're like taking this seriously. We are breaking the fourth wall. We are
Yes.
like completely flipping the script. We are turning this, you know, dude bro like hater thing like completely
Yeah.
into the point of the show, which was so good. Like the finale was great for me. What about you, Tavern?
Mm-hmm.
That one dude, Todd, or whatever the fuck his name was, the leader of the Dude Bros.
Oh, my
my
god.
God.
He was
Yes.
so good. He was so good in that character. Okay, so my favorite, I would say I did love the finale. We're going to
Yes.
set the finale apart because it really was a whole
Standout
level above.
episode. Yeah.
A standout.
Mhm.
Bonkers. Yeah.
I like the one, I guess it was the wedding episode when she was at the wedding, but her assistant and the other lawyer were dealing with the dude that kept killing himself to get out of
Oh my
relationship.
god.
That was good. I did like that.
That was
So
wild.
That was so good. That was probably my favorite because it was just cracking me up. Oh, it was just cracking me up. And you're like, 12 seconds of meaningful eye contact. Does it 12 seconds? He's gonna give you 15. Oh, shit. That and I'd really pay close attention. Somebody brought it up in the chat. All the meta stuff from the comic books that was in the show, like that character. There was like the Frogger guy, Rip it and or whatever. He was
Yes.
yelling.
Yeah.
It was from the comics. The people that tried to jump her were the Wrecking Crew from the comics.
Oh wow.
I-
So they really
art-
went along with the comics.
I know they pulled. They really pulled some like things, like pulling some shit in there. I think the best part of the whole show, though, on top of just the humor and shit, artwork at the end credit scenes.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it was great.
It was always really good. Yeah.
So many things. I literally had to take a screen grab of the episode where the other lawyer, the guy, was talking about how all the superhero sneakers that he has
Yeah.
in the artwork. In the artwork, they showed him in his closet, showing her all of these. I literally went through and identified, I'm going to say like 85% of the sneakers on there. And if people weren't paying attention, there are characters on those shoes have never made an MCU appearance.
Oh,
Now,
interesting.
from canon in the MCU, yeah. One of which,
Okay.
Wolverine.
Oh.
And Submariner, which we just met, which is Namor, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Shoe Closet was incredible.
That's really funny. I also, shout out to Daredevil. I love the Daredevil thirst that came from
Oh, yeah.
She-Hulk. It was so funny.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
so
I
good.
didn't know that he was gonna like be showcased at all in the show, so that was a surprise when he came on.
He's got a show coming out next in 2024.
Nice.
Gonna redo
I
his
like
origin.
the. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm done. Go.
Oh, I like the Dancing with Megan Thee Stallion too. That was
The twerking.
pretty peak moment for She-Hulk.
That was really
They said have an actress that plays She-Hulk on the set. So they have the actress that plays Jen Walters.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have a real life 6'5" or 6'7" female actress
Oh wow.
walks around the set as She-Hulk, so it looks more realistic. So it's not all CGI.
yeah.
Okay.
And she's incredible. I mean, she could literally pass off as her sister, except just 3 feet taller. It's pretty impressive.
Wow. I didn't realize they did all that. That's cool to hear.
That is cool.
Yeah, they did. They're really good.
Yeah, the Daredevil Walk of Shame was iconic. Loved it.
Daredevil Walk of Shame.
Loved it.
You're gonna believe it. I just saw this dude in a devil costume, the Walk of Shame. And she just points at herself. She goes, "You did that?"
Oh, great. Okay, well, I think we're gonna wrap it up. All good shows, lots of good
Yes.
shows in 2022. I frankly couldn't keep up with all of them, and I'm
Mhm.
somewhat embarrassed, but we'll get there.
We're all behind a little bit.
There was too many.
You just
really
gotta
was a lot.
prioritize, and I'm not gonna lie, I haven't even watched Arcane, and that was 2021, so I gotta
No, I haven't either.
really do that.
I'm gonna say Arcane was probably one of the best shows of 2021.
That's what I hear.
No lie, the way they did it was top tier. It was incredible.
Okay.
Hey, chat
Add
real
it
quick
to my
before we take
list.
off. What do you guys think of the wrapping up the sci-fi and fantasy shows of 2022?
Great Wheel and Chill show.
I get some
this year,
feedback?
everyone. Oh, good point, Random Noman. This is the
Yeah.
last one. I think we
Last one of the year.
had a good time.
Unless we get Wheel of Time.
Unless we get
That's
Wheel of Time.
right.
Guys. I know Rafe Judkins is going to be on Dragon Mount on Saturday. He has an interview. Obviously,
Mhm.
they've already said that we're not going to find out the release date. So, but it could be an interesting watch. So if you're around on Saturday, I unfortunately won't be able to watch live because I'll be at a family Christmas. But I will definitely
Yes.
be catching up. So if something drops there, we might pick it up. Otherwise,
Didn't they say early 2023?
no.
There was a comment somewhere.
There's a Telegraph
bullshit?
India article.
Brazil?
Or
Okay.
It's India. Okay.
I think it's Telegraph India said early 2023, but at the
It had some
maybe
stuff
the-
right before though.
the Brazil Comic Con or something. Anyways, they basically all we've seen from them Prime is 2023. Nobody knows where that early came from.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully it was a slip, and it is
Hopefully-
early 2020.
hopefully it was a slip. Oh, and Random Noman, I'll talk to you guys about doing the D&D shows early
Yeah.
next year.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
I love
right.
that.
Random Noman
Real
on
quick,
it.
with the Wheel of Time put out the picture today, the Trolloc picture, and what were the Trollocs thinking or whatever. Tavern, Angus, right,
Yeah.
commented that that's a new picture of Trollocs that was
I
not from
saw
season
that.
1.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not 100% sure if that's accurate because I want to say it looks familiar, like when they were coming to Shadar Lagoth in the first season.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can't tell. But if it is a new picture, hey, it's new content.
New content, baby.
Yeah.
New content.
That's all that matters.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. So hopefully soon we'll find out the release date. Like all eyes are focused right now on March 2023. There's a gap in Prime Video's
Ooh.
schedule. That's when I wanted to come
Ooh.
out. It's
Fingers crossed.
just
I'm
everybody
feeling hope.
like whatever you pray
March
to.
is a good month.
If you just want to send good vibes, like just March is a great month. Let's all just hope for March.
Yeah.
Okay.
The answers to one of their quizzes end up being like 3-2-3 or something like that.
There's
Yes.
You call that out?
I mean, I want to say yes. I
Okay.
feel
No,
like
March
I
thing?
no, I think
Yeah,
there. I
somebody-
think yes. I think it was.
I
Well,
don't know who said it, but somebody said 323.
it was somebody clowning hard as well.
clowning real hard, but
Yeah.
Whatever.
you know what?
Counts.
We got to do something.
That's right.
We got to.
I have my clown makeup on. I get it.
My whole that's basically my job is just to clown
Yes.
until we find out actual information, and then I get excited until it's
Yes.
been too long, and
Yeah.
then I get clowny, and then it's just a cycle.
Yes.
And you get depressed.
What's a way we could say that? It's like the wheel of clowning turns. and,
There we go.
And content comes and passes, leaving memories that
Beautifully
become
done.
March
trailers.
toward season 2.
It doesn't matter.
March towards season 2.
March towards
That was
season-
you
beautifully
doing?
done, Critter. Yes.
Thanks.
What's your plans for the rest of the year, Critter?
Lots of family Christmases. It was just my birthday, so that was fun.
Oh,
Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you. And let's see. That's oh, and I'm taking a week off between Christmas and New Year's, so that's gonna be hashtag
too.
lit.
Okay,
Staycation,
very
baby.
nice.
What about you guys?
I'm doing a lot of traveling. I'm taking off for the Dominican Republic.
It's not Tampa.
Great.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Going to the
Republic
beach.
is not Tampa.
That's amazing. That'll be
Awesome.
so much fun.
Would
What
you
about
guys enjoy that?
Tavern?
Yeah.
At Christmas, we're pretty. All my family lives down in Miami. We don't really see them. So just the wife and the kids. We have a baby coming in March.
All right.
That's not me. My daughter is, anyways.
Okay.
And what's today? Tuesday. Days from today, I will be sitting for a tatouage, giant D tatouage on my upper arm.
Okay. Very
On
cool.
Thursday, I will be doing that. And then again, I also have the week off between Christmas and New Year.
Love
I take
that.
off every year because my birthday is that week, so
Oh,
I might just take it off.
December
Oh, look at y'all,
twins.
your December birthdays.
Sagittarius buddies. Not that I know anything about what that means.
Oh,
for
you're
me.
not.
Oh, you're not a
I'm
Sagittarius.
a Capricorn.
See what I mean?
I'm
I don't know
Capricorn.
anything about that stuff. Okay, December buddies.
December buddies.
Back to that. Yes.
my
Just one
gosh.
present, buddies.
Jessica, $10 in super
Jessica.
chat. Happy holidays, you guys. Happy holidays,
Yeah.
Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica.
The notification came after I said it, but thank you. And it's
King
covering
said
up
of?
Winespring, but it'll go away in a second. Oh, I can move it actually. Hold on. Oh no, there we go. Okay, it's gone. Well, yes, happy holidays, everyone. Thank you, Jessica. Enjoy the tattoo, Tavern. I'll be getting a Lord of the Rings tattoo in January. So
Yes. Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
so many exciting tattoos. Yes.
We got to thank Random as well. Random, thank you. As
Yes,
you
thank
and
you,
Jessica
Random
are
and
great
Jessica.
mods. So thank you so much. Even though you need to get a chat room every once in a while.
thank you. We did not
Chat
get
room.
a bot today, so I guess we're
Going
not doing our
strong here
jobs
without it.
to attract the bots.
You do.
That's okay. That's okay. And yeah, that's next year. Well, I guess that's so weird to say, but like I guess we'll see you all
Cheer shit.
next year.
See you all next
And
year.
thanks for being here.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey guys. Bye.